Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. So next is Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for the slate of games for Saturday, July 16th. We are doing this on Friday afternoon, so we're taking a look at the opening lines, the overnight lines, and anything we do with team totals or first half, second half. It's all going to be speculative. We'll take the opening lines. Mike Brenner, I've looked over this card. I'm not sure what I'm going to give, but there's definitely a lot of
something jumping out at you.
There's definitely a lot of leans I'm thinking about. Let's see what's the first one.
You know what that means? That means tonight Pistol Pete's going to be putting in a lot of bets on the overnight lines. Trust me.
Yeah, although most of the things that I'm liking are either first halves or second halves, so I'm going to have to wait until they come out tomorrow.
Well,
but
can I ask you a question? I mean this, and this is geared towards the viewers for those that are coming into this, treating this as a new business and trying to learn. Pistol Pete, in your past, have you found second halves of baseball a little, I'm not saying easier to pick, but do you find that kind of it's defined itself and now you can pick your spots? Or
I don't know. No, I mean each bet is just sort of its own sort of
How
thing.
about the rest for the pitchers, the extra 4 days that they got with the All-Star break? Do you think that's a little advantage?
I'm sorry. I thought you meant second halves of the games or second half of the season.
Of the season.
Oh, of the season.
Yeah.
Is it easier? In my personal opinion, I tend to do better in the second half.
Okay.
But I know that a lot of the professional gamblers who do everything based on pure models, they say the opposite. They say that they have bigger edges in the first half.
Wow.
Me personally, I find that in not just baseball, in all sports, that the way I do things, I do better in the later parts of the season for sure.
Well, that's why they call you second half slick.
Yes,
Let's get real.
But again, I was always surprised to hear that the professional guys, the guys who really make a lot of money.
But you know what, Pete? Deep down, who's professional? Me and you are professional when you think about it. I mean, I'm a professional gambler.
Guys who come out ahead every year.
You won the covers contest, right?
Yes, that's true.
So let's get. Did any of them? No. So let's just move on.
All right. Okay. I'm still sitting here at SBR though. This is how I do my living. All right. So there's a lot of things that are interesting. The first one, Darvish, right?
Yeah.
He came back, was good. Then he went back on the DL. Now he's coming back. I don't know. When he first came back, I was high on him. I bet on him, and I did well with him. Now I'm starting to get a little bit down on him. I think his health is a real issue. His minor league rehab starts were good, but not great. I don't know. I would be leaning towards taking the Cubs here, even though Hamels was a little shaky as well. I'm leaning towards taking the Cubs at this line. What do you think?
Okay. Well, Pete, as we're filming this, the first half of the Cubs game today is over. All right, 1 run. Their bats are still kind of silent.
Yeah.
Hamels, with what he's faced the last couple games, and Darvish, on a lean, I would go Texas unless something happens and the Cubs find their bats. This team's really got to start searching. But I think kind of the opposite. I think Darvish comes out today. He's on the road. The pressure's off. I think he's up for it. He might pitch a damn gem.
The whole issue is just his health. How is his health?
It is.
When you go on the DL once and then you come back, a lot of times you're in 100% raring to go. If you come back and then you go back on the DL, that's when I start to have.
Well, I'm telling you, I have a pick in that, and I'm going to put it out there, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, I'm going with Texas on the first 5 because I like Darvish, and I'm going to go with the money line.
All right, so that will give you the pinnacle opener on that one, which will probably be the best line. Probably wind up getting about 120 or something.
What are your thoughts on that, Pistol Pete?
It's completely a matter of a judgment call on Darvish's health, and his minor league rehab starts. They weren't great, but they weren't bad. So it's
And the reason I'm pulling the trigger is because the lack of bats right now for Chicago. So before they heat up, which they will, I want to take advantage of it.
All right, then another sort of similar situation is CC Sabathia and this guy Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez has a live arm, a lot of potential. He was terrible in majors this year, but he was dealing with an injury, and his recent minor league starts have been great. Sabathia, as we know, we've been looking to sort of fade him in spots all year long. He's done better than we expected, but his most recent starts have been bad. Tempted to take the Red Sox here on the first 5 innings. What do you think?
Wouldn't talk you off that ledge because he's no Bartolo Colon is what he's proven, to be honest with you. But Pete, I think you're going to be all right there. I'm not going to touch that game, but I think Rodriguez, with what he did do in the minors, I think it's going to gain his confidence. So I look for him to stay sharp. But those bats might just really explode. Probably would tail you on that, Pistol.
All right, then another one that I am going to give.
All right, come on now, pull that trigger, baby.
Mets and Philly, right? Now again, anyone who's following this, overall I've done pretty well with these baseball picks, but in Mets games, whether picking on them or against them, my record is horrific.
So why are you going back?
I don't know, because
it's like when you were 5, you go to Johnny's house. Johnny beats you up. You go again, he beats you up. Pete, you don't want to go to Johnny's house no more.
I'm going to go here, and I'll tell you why. Eichhoff's starting for Philly. He's coming off a start where he got crushed at Coors, but that's forgivable. Before that, he was pretty decent. Logan Gerrit for the Mets is not really getting it done. He's having control issues
he really
at the line. I'll take Philly. Philly. I'll take him on the Pinnacle opener for the first 5 innings. It should be about minus 110.
Wow.
I'm willing to take it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm willing to fade the Mets there. And then also Gerrit Cole's coming back for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And,
yes, he is.
His minor league starts were great.
Yeah.
He's going against Tanner Roark. I'm tempted to take the first 5 innings under on that one. What's your take on that?
Well, according to Clint Hurdle, the manager, he said he is really focused and he's sharp and he can't wait. He said he can't wait to get him out there for the second half. So I like it. I'm not touching it, but I'm kind of watching what direction they go. But I think Pittsburgh's going to be something to deal with in the second half. So, but with that being said, Pistol Pete, I do have another one that I'd like to put out there. Cleveland, Bauer on the mound, going up at Minnesota against Duffy. All right, I really like what's happening in Cleveland, the momentum. I think they're really going to push the second half. They know they have a special team. Francona is absolutely just managing his ass off. First half money line for Cleveland, what?
Okay,
Pinnacle?
Pinnacle opener.
Okay, how about the full game money line?
Full game money line right now, best line is Bet Online Sports Betting and the Greek All at SBRodds.com, minus 130.
And that's full game money line, right?
Yes.
Yep. I'm taking it, Pistol Pete.
I
like
it's interesting because Bauer, of course, was doing really well for a while. Then his very last start before the break, he got hit, and Duffy was getting hit all year long, except for his last 3 starts. 2 of his last 3 starts were actually good.
Sure. So I'm hoping the extra days affects both of them differently.
My sense is that you're on the right side there. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Maybe I will. All right. Okay. Then another one that's interesting. Another guy who really closed the first half well was Wainwright, right?
Oh, yeah,
and
he did. And you called that. You said he was going to tighten it up.
And he's been pitching great at home. Now he's going up against Miami and Kohler. The line's a little high. It's in the minus 160s. I'm tempted to take St. Louis here.
Damn, it's a little high. I know. And I like Kohler. Kohler is a good pitcher. And I think he does better on the road.
He's serviceable.
He is.
He's a notch below Wainwright, but just a notch below. And I'm not totally sold on St. Louis as a big favorite this year, and that's a big line.
Can I tell you this too? Why I like Kohler? You know what's pumping him up, and I think he's going to have a good second half. He sees the competition on the same team with Fernandez. No, this is for real. It gets in their heads. Hey, I want to be that number 1 guy to go to, or the number 2. So wouldn't talk you off the ledge on that, but I ain't touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
And his results just haven't been horrible so far this year. Right. Then another one, this guy Fulton-Avich for Atlanta. He's been doing well. His last start before the break was great. I'm tempted to take Atlanta here. Colorado really struggles on the road with their bats. Bettis on the other side sometimes is good on the road, sometimes is bad, but the line is tempting because it's so low, just like minus 105. What you're taking? Anything to say about that?
Stay off of that. Those 2 teams, I think, are just trying to figure it out. What I need to do, because guess what? I need to figure it out. My first half sucked. My results they were unacceptable. But what I'm going to do on the second half, I'm going to stay away from the teams that aren't going to be in the hunt, the teams I feel they're going to be selling, and I'm going to try to focus on some other sharp spots to beat the book. I'm staying off of that.
All right. Well, you have anything else?
I sure do, buddy. I got Detroit with Pelfrey. All right. Kansas City at Duffy, but I'm going second half. All right, Detroit on the second half, which would be what, Pinnacle or?
Well, we'll give you the Heritage opener. I'm guessing you'll probably get minus 105.
Okay,
or
so we'll go Heritage. How about full game money line with Detroit?
Full game money line with Detroit. The best one would be Bet Online plus 106.
I like that. I think it's value. I think Kansas City's bats the second half. This is a team I think you're now going to start to see them fade a little bit. I think they're going to start to shut it down a little.
And they really haven't. So they didn't have the greatest lineup in the world before, but then they got the injuries.
Exactly. And I just think Detroit's just got too much momentum. So I'm going second half and full game money line with Pelfrey on the mound.
Detroit. All right. I was thinking about Casey on the first half, but
there we go. We'll both knock that ticket down.
We could. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else that you want to give us?
I've got one other play because I'm ready today, Pistol Pete. This team is going to heat up second half. Giants with Samardzija going up against Perdomo. Now, he bit me in the ass once, and then I came back, went against him, and crushed him. So I'm hoping for the same results. I think the extra rest is going to really, really benefit Samardzija. Plus, he's on the road at San Diego. I love it. Full game run line, Pistol Pete. Giants.
For the Giants. Yes. Okay, let's see. For the Giants, San Francisco Giants, full game run line, we can give you plus 100.
Plus 100. I think it's good value. I think they're going to come out. Bats are going to wake up. San Diego's got some hitting problems. They got some injury problems. Giants, besides Hunter Pence, everybody else is healthy as far as swinging the bat.
They're still, for all their issues this year, they're still, I think, top 3. They're definitely top 5 in terms of ROI. They're very profitable overall. Yep. All right, Mike Brenner. Let's see. Well, I'm going to be the only one I've given so far is Philly on the first 5 innings, and I'll give some more. Why don't you review your picks, give a plug, and then I'll be ready to give a couple.
I'm going Giants full game run line today plus 100 for tomorrow. All right, Detroit. We're taking them on the second half. Give you the Heritage opener and also the full game money line with Detroit plus 106. All right, we're going to hammer this one. Texas First half money line tomorrow. We're going to give you Pinnacle opening odds. And then to wrap it up, 2 more. I've got Cleveland. I like them on the first half money line, which will be Pinnacle, and the full game money line, which is -130. That's right. We're going to click it. And hey, guys, do yourself a favor, all right? Sportsbookreview.com. Make sure you guys know who you're playing with. And look, college football's right around the corner. You want to have 2 or 3 books, 2 places to do the best line shopping you can to get the best bonuses and the best, of course, rollover, all the good stuff. So jump on, open up some good accounts, and click that like button. Pistol Pete, what do you got? Because you've been, I smell smoke coming up. What's going on?
Hey, I got Philly on the first half, and you know what? I'm just gonna. There's a lot of leans. I got to just go with that. It's just too many unknowns, and the lines are just a little bit. I'm just gonna go with that for now. Philly on the first half, but I'm sure next week I'll have 10, 12, 15 plays in 2 or 3 of the shows.
Sure. Now look, on another note, I got to ask you a question. Yeah. Are you ready for college football?
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
Damn it, I'm fired up, Pistol Pete.
All right, sounds good. Mike Brenner will be back on Monday for the Monday card.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.